a lot of singing. Hey, hey everybody! Welcome to Ledisi Sings Nina, the Leadhead TV on my YouTube channel. I have my friends here with me today: Miss Alice Smith, Grammy Award-winning Miss Lisa Fisher, Adonis Rose from the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra, and Jules Buckley. Jules Buckley, all the way in London, y'all. Where are you in London? Am I
I'm
right?
actually I'm in Berlin right now.
He's in Berlin. It's nighttime there. There should be drinking going on right now. Hey, everybody. I'm just looking at your comments to say hello. Sorry, we're a little late. We were dealing with technical difficulties, but we're here and I'm excited. This project comes out next week. Oh my God. So I want to start, first of all, I want to say just thank you to my fans for dealing with my chameleonness, where I love to change. That's not a word, I made it up. Where I love to be my full self and be. Oh, Rex is on here, you guys. You see Rex on there. Hey, Rex. Rex helped put this project together with Jules and I and Adonis. But anyway, thank you for dealing with me being different and letting me be my full self. Artists love to create, and so the reason why this album exists is because it's been a long process of different forms of this music, and Nina has just been on me from my first entrance, into the world with BET for my R&B world. I was part of Four Women with Jill Scott, Marsha Ambrosius, and Kelly Price. Those beautiful women, and we're able to do Four Women, and that was the only time I could. Black Girls Rock. I was able to be on television for the first time, and what an entrance! I had 48 seconds to make it count, and Peaches made it count. So ever since then, I've just been on this journey. Even before that, with my mother. If you saw my play, which was Legend of Little Girl Blue, I explained more how her and my mom are pretty much the same people, just loud, and boisterous and beautiful, and they've influenced me. So I didn't know Nina was a big, huge part of my life. But I wanted to talk to my guests today and just get an idea, because every time I've seen them perform, they have had Nina somewhere in their set. Like Alice, I've seen you sing some Nina songs beautifully, because your arrangements are so beautiful. Lisa, same thing. Adonis, when you saw the Nina, you got to bring this to New Orleans, and we sold out in a day, right, Adonis?
Yep, yep.
And then Jules, I met when I was doing the second version of Nina, because the first time I did it was with Darren Atwater and his in Baltimore, and then the Kennedy Center wanted it there. And as I'm performing, Jules was leaving because he had just finished performing,
right,
and that was the first time I met Jules. But I wanted to talk to you. Why, you guys? Why do you think Nina's presence is so strong, even today? Um, like, why do people still gravitate towards her? Why do you think? And how did she inspire you? Those are two
Well,
questions in one.
I think everything she embodied is still relevant now. I mean, even now in 2021, in the United States, we're still dealing with a lot of the same issues, racial issues, equality for women. Just we're dealing with a lot of the same things. So her music and what she stood for is still relevant even today. And I mean, that's just enough. Her life, her story, her career, at least for me, those things just out the gate are inspiring for me. Just how she started, just being a pianist, pretty much starting out how most jazz musicians start out, just at the bottom and just worked their way up. But she not only talked the talk, but she walked the walk.
Yes.
So she dealt with that in her career. She had a lot of challenges, and she had to get people straight everywhere she went, whether it was on tour or doing recordings. And but I love what she stood for, and I just think it's still relevant today. We're still dealing with a lot of those issues.
Anyone else want to comment?
I was going to say, it seems like, when I think about hearing the stories of her not being accepted as a pianist, it seems like they were choking the life out of what was coming through her fingers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to be accepted, it's almost like she had to sing and play. And so I feel like she just made it seem to spiritually make it a point to not be choked from saying what she needed to say.
Yeah.
She was not afraid, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And at that point, she seemed like she was already being controlled, and people were trying to put her in boxes, and she just wasn't having it. And I don't know, when I see that kind of tenacity, it just gives me inspiration,
Yeah.
you know. And
I think Nina was, for me, you know, just growing up with my mother playing Nina Simone all the time. And then when I started singing, maybe even before I started singing, because I didn't start till late, but I think I was always, I think it really, for me, the reason I still listen to it is because the voice, I just feel like the direct, clear, like speaking, you know, just straight at you voice, like super honest. And I think the piano playing is just so, it's, you know,
Yeah.
it's so, you know, her playing is always like, wait a minute, that's her. That's definitely her, y'all. That's her playing.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it's just, I think it's still listened to because it's so good to listen to, you know,
Yeah.
and it makes you feel like you're smart or something. Or cool, you know what I mean? It makes you
Yeah.
feel like somebody, you know, when you're like, yeah, I know all of these. And frankly, I'm always trying to not sing Nina because it's like there's just so many songs that I want to sing them, you know. I'm stopping myself.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
the one song and I'm like, I can't add any more, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good point, and it's especially like I think from my own personal experiences growing up and listening to her music. I mean, she had her own sound from the beginning, and you mentioned, you know, about the piano playing and the combination, and how potentially she was almost forced down a particular alley through decisions that were made that were out of her control. And I think for so many of us as listeners, it's the fact that she's kind of an enigma. You know, there's all these sides to her musical and personal world, and they all kind of came together like a mosaic and formed this really crazy individual of like genius individual that you can't really ever you know. There's been so many documentaries in the recent years, haven't there? And there's some great stuff out there you can read, but it's still almost impossible to really sum up who she was and is as a voice, you know. Yeah.
It's funny when I hear people talk about her. They say immediately they want you to have all the answers. At least when I'm interviewed, I have to remind them, hey, I'm not Nina. You know what I mean? I'm Ledisi, and I don't have the same directness in that way. And what I loved about her, and I have to remind them, you might have loved the political side and the outspokenness. I love that too. But what I loved is this longing that she had, overtone of longing in all of her music, that need to be received or that need to be accepted. About so, like for me, I'll tell you, when I was in my 20s, I was overwhelmed. I had put out 2 independent albums. And you know how people say your music changed my life or saved my life? Her music literally, like before I even knew much about her, I just knew little snippets. Trouble in Mind was playing in my living room. I always had music and I would sit on the porch and rock in this chair. And I was thinking of committing suicide. Like I was trying to figure out how to leave the earth and not be messy about it. But I was tired, you know? It was exhausting. And Trouble in Mind came on, and the piano just went boom, right? It just went, what's going on, you know? And I ran into my living room to hear Trouble in Mind, let the 219 train ease my troubled mind. But I may be blue, but I won't be blue always. Those two things said, oh, you understand what I'm feeling right now. And there is hope. And that blew me away. So I'm sitting on my sofa, listen, and they were playing a double. You know how back then, I don't know if people have radios anymore, but it was radio, okay. And they had a double feature, and they kept playing her music, and it just got me out of my funk. And literally, I was supposed to hear her at that time. And I always sing that song live to remind people, just to pay honor to her for thanking her. And that was before Peaches, before any Nina, anything, just my mom playing her in the mornings to wake us up. Mississippi, goddamn, what a way to wake up every morning. We wouldn't get up. But other than that, that's when I first met Nina as an adult and understood the impact she had. But I heard a longing, a please accept me as I am. The love part of her and her sensualness is what attracts me to her, not just her political side. We easily go to her being a rebel, but what about the part that the Black woman part that wants to feel, please love me?
Yeah, I love
we
that.
never speak of that. And that's why I chose the songs for this album, you guys. It's out. It's coming out next Saturday. I got to promote.
What
and
song?
and all these people, and all these people you see, look at this, man. This is so dope. This fly, man.
beautiful.
I love that. Ron took that.
Where was
It's
that
so
taken?
grand. Some studio
Gorgeous.
that Ron picked. I don't know what studio.
Ron does everything.
And he took that one.
Ron can do anything.
Ron is amazing. And of course, all the credits. Look at the orchestras all over there.
Oh my God.
And Jules, and it was hard picking what Nina songs to choose, but also I had a whole bunch of money. Hallelujah. But I made it work. Hallelujah. And all my friends came through that you see on here because they knew why did you decide, Jules? I'm going to start with you, because why did you say, okay, Led? I mean, we had already done it at
introduce who he is.
Oh, Jules Buckley is a wonderful conductor, but he's also one of my producers on the Ledisi Sings Nina project. And we did Mississippi Goddamn for BBC with Lisa Fisher. He invited me to do that with Lisa Fisher, all the tribute to Nina Simone, and it was amazing. And after that, I said, okay, we have to record this music that I've been living with for almost 8 years in different forms. And Jules, when you got the call to say, okay, let's do it, what were you thinking? Were you like, okay, yes, no, what were you thinking?
Yeah, for me, it
Just
was like
curious.
Yeah, that's a really good question. For me, it's like a no-brainer, because I think when we were hanging out in London and working together, we spoke a lot about Nina and also about your work as an artist. And I think the fact that, we've discussed already a little bit about what tracks are synonymous maybe with certain times in our lives and stuff, and how different people view Nina almost in a different way. But I think one of the discussions that really sticks in my mind was how we discussed about the fact that it's super important that you bring you to the table artistically, and that you do your thing, and lift the music up in that way. And I guess with an artist, especially like Nina, it's very easy, isn't it, to kind of go down the road of it starts to become a kind of like a tribute thing or like a cover thing. And then when he buzzed me up about the idea of, laying some stuff down on record, for me, I was like, let's do it, because I felt what we did in London was completely not that. It was not that kind of tribute thing. It was like you doing your thing, Lisa doing her thing, and it was kind of, to me, it made total sense to lay it down because of that. Because essentially you're shedding it, you're bringing a new angle to her work and to your work, and that's always going to be a happy marriage, I think.
On that note, let's play a little bit of Feeling Good so everyone can hear. For those of you that haven't downloaded it yet, please go pre-save, pre-order on iTunes this project. And when you do that, you get Feeling Good right away. Here we go. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun up in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the trees, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. All right. That's all y'all get. Listen, I don't want to get in trouble. I love that song. It was funny. I was choosing with Jules and Rex. Do we do I Put a Spell on You, or do we do Feeling Good? You know, Lisa, you know those arrangements that Jules and his team did. Ooh. So it's like, which one do you do? You know, but they both had the same fire, and I didn't want to be redundant. I wanted to make a long sentence and be done. But
well, maybe you can do a second album of Nina Simone songs that you wanted to do.
And then I get Alice again and you, and we all do a whole compilation. I think it sounds good.
I mean, don't leave me out. Definitely leave me out.
Man, your version of Feeling Good was so good on Black Girls Rock, Alice. Was it Feeling Good?
Did she do you mean Spell?
I Spell, Put a Spell on You. Yes. Oh, it was so good and ethereal. It
just the other day. Yeah, thank you.
Ooh, Mama, you got to record that for me. Just send it to me. But you guys, if you can, check out Black Girls Rock TV and check out Alice singing that and her other songs. She's amazing. God. That was a good show. Oh, sorry. Back to me.
Yeah.
I apologize. So
I'm trying not to.
I'm a fan too. I can't groupie out in front of everybody. I'm sorry. But I love my herd. When you find your herd, because what you guys understand is same with you, Lisa, is when we're tributing, we honor, touch and agree, and then we go to ourselves because they wouldn't want us to be them. Right. There's only one Nina Simone. I can never be her. I'm being me within it. So Adonis, when we did New Orleans, that show sold out in one day. What blew me away.
Wow.
And this was in 2018. What was it in the 2018?
It was
right?
February. We did a Black History Month concert.
The energy I have, like New Orleans, I've never felt home other than with my family, but in the culturally, I've never felt New Orleans embrace me yet in a way that feels like, oh, she's one of ours. But that night, I understood this is my city. Like, baby, this is my city.
Oh, absolutely.
And I had never felt so like Adonis. I came out just like, I had that whole thing. And I came out as Peaches, just doing the Peaches part from Four Women. Wow. But Adonis, the way it's just a different, like we did it with Jules and Metropole, Going Back Home. We were able to, and I loved it. But it's something different about the New Orleans swag on it for me
Yeah.
that had this. When we did it there, I was like, Adonis, we have
Yeah.
to record this. It just feels. I needed to have a piece of New Orleans, and when you hear Nina singing "Going Back Home," you can hear her longing again to say, this is good, all of this stuff y'all got, but I'm going back home. And I recently got to visit her home this this year, top of it around March, and it was amazing to see the humble beginnings. But Adonis, what I wanted to say to you, explain that night a little bit, and why that song. You brought that song up to me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said,
Yeah,
Led,
well-
I think you should do this song. And why did you pick that song? Because I chose it for London with Jules, but I chose it because you started me on that path.
Yeah, well, I really wanted, first of all, I really wanted you to come home and work with the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra. That was the first thing, because for me, I'm familiar with your career and your background, so I know how versatile you are musically. I know you study classical music. I know you sing jazz, and R&B was your thing. But I was like, look, she needs to come home. We need to get her home to come and perform in front of our people at home, singing some music that is not R&B. So it's not on the stage at Essence. It's not at House of Blues. I love all of that too. But part of what I like to do for my listeners is, when I bring a guest in like yourself, is to provide an experience for them that they've never seen before. So bring something new to my audience and possibly something new to your audience. So one, I wanted you to come home. The second thing is, when I heard that song, when I was listening, just going down my list of Nina Simone songs, and I heard it, I was like, we have to do this, because the song itself, it represents everything about the night, what the concert night was going to be. Actually, we had so many people trying to buy tickets. Remember, we were talking about doing a second show, but we ended up not doing it.
Yeah.
But to me, after our conversations we had on the phone just about the project and coming to New Orleans, I felt like the song was appropriate, and the song represented everything that the night was going to be. So I had the song arranged to be a New Orleans second line, and that's how we ended the show. We ended with that.
That's how I always end my Nina shows.
Yeah. Well, I remember,
red umbrella.
I remember when I presented the song to you, you were like, I don't know if I want to do that.
It was so hard tempo wise. If you listen to it, it is so hard to get her rhythm on that is ridiculous. That's that.
And we did it a lot faster.
Yeah.
In New Orleans. Yeah.
In New Orleans, I'm going back. All of
Yeah.
that. Woo! No, but you can tell the way she sings. She's an instrumentalist first, so you can hear in the singing the rhythm of that song. Check out her version, you guys. It is so technically incredible, and our heart is no joke on that. But I'm glad we were able to do that and celebrate. I was able to celebrate a little bit of New Orleans on there, for real. You know.
We did it on that one. Oh, that's.
I wish I was in the studio with you guys recording that. It sounds like we are when you guys hear it. I'm not going to play it today because I want you to go get it. But it's amazing.
Oh
you could hear the spirit.
If there would be like a music video for that track, I can see the beginning, right? I'd be in the studio, I'm about to start conducting, and then like a ref runs in, he's like, blows the whistle, sub him off, he's out. The whole orchestra's out, boom. Adonis comes in,
But if we were in New Orleans, we would start on the streets.
Yeah. Remember when we did it in St. Lucia? We were in the streets in St. Lucia. We marched
from the stage.
We marched from the stage.
About a mile, 2 miles down the road.
Yes, it was great. That song really, people loved it. They get up and dance at the end. Got to go down, back home, going back home, and they just lose it. You got to hear it. But anyway, don't be mad at me. I'll play a little bit of something else though. Before we move on, look, don't be mad. Look at how it's like, I'll play it
I
for
can
you.
be mad. I'm gonna be mad.
I can't play it for all the people. They gotta buy it. But
Okay,
here's
okay.
here's a
You
little
right.
bit. I got you, Alice. We'll have
You
a
right.
private
You
listening.
right. You right.
Here's the song, you guys. My baby just cares for me. I decided to modernize it because of and make all black women of different women inside the song. I'm gonna play a little bit of it for you. It's called "My Baby Just Cares for Me." Here we go. It feels good with the Metropole Orchestra. Jules, all right. My baby don't care for shores. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for high-tone places. Beyonce is not his style. Not even Halle Berry's smile. Something he can't see. My baby don't care. Who knows it? My baby just cares for me. God bless America. Ooh, that solo and the arrangement. God, so good. Jules, you did that. Y'all did that.
Horn, man. Jeez Louise.
Isn't it beautiful?
That was Robinson Curry on trombone, and the arrangement
That was a
was by
killer
Jochen
trombone solo.
Neufer.
Goodness gracious.
Who's the
Jochen
arranger
Neufer
again?
Jochen Neufer is the arranger of that
Jochen.
chart.
Yes, I follow him
Yeah, he's
on
killed it.
Instagram. He's so great.
That
Beautiful
sounds
guy.
good.
Yeah, I wanted to show that I can do my home base music, like Adonis was saying. You from New Orleans, baby? Show it off.
You do that and you wake up like that.
So Lisa and Alice, when I called you to perform, to be on this album with me, of course I had to have Lisa. We did so much together, of 2 shows, big shows that changed our lives. Well, it changed my life, and I finally had to work with one of my favorite people in the world. You're a legend, of course, and you're the closest to Luther I can get. On top of it. But what was it like? Like, let's talk about proms. What was that like for you first, and then we'll talk about the album, Lisa, because everybody wants to hear from you about that experience. We never really talked about it together, in public.
First of all, I'm grateful to have gotten the call. So thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. And especially in that space, because so much has happened in that space. Luther it was a very important venue for Luther. I believe Nina was also there.
Yeah.
And to stand on that stage, enveloped and supported by Jules and every member of the orchestra, and you. And the cool thing was like I'd sit it was better than being a fly on the wall because I got to see your breath. I got to feel your energy. I got to smell your perfume as you walked past me. You know, I got to feel the vibration of your voice wrapped in the arms of the orchestra, pushing all this energy out to the audience. And it was just, it was mind blowing for me. It was, you know, and I know you probably feel this thing too, where you feel like something else takes over. And I felt that energy that night in that room where it was beyond us all, really, you know. And to have, I think, wasn't Nina's family there as well?
Yes, I invite her family to every show, and her granddaughter came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. And just walking through the halls and the rehearsals and just, and the other singers, the background singers who were absolutely off the chain. So Zula, and
Yeah.
Jules. Yeah,
Yeah,
who are they?
Vula.
Vula.
Vula. Yeah.
And the other singers, do you remember their names, Jules?
Yeah, on that gig it was I think LaDonna was on it as well,
LaDonna was there. Yeah.
and Charlene was with us too.
Charlene. Yeah.
Yes. Man, it was just unbelievable. And I'm just grateful. I felt, it's hard to describe. It makes me want to cry. It was just so full of.
It's funny as well, Lisa, because we did a gig, didn't we, Letty and Lisa, like what, a week later in Amsterdam?
Yes.
And it was a great gig. It was amazing, but for some reason that gig in London was.
Yeah.
It was some spiritual force or something.
Yeah, when I look back now, I almost wonder whether it was almost impossible to do a gig so close to that one because we put everything. You put everything into it, Ledisi and Lisa. You know, you put every ounce of heart and soul into that concert. I think.
Yeah, I was scared to death, but it was beautiful to feel free, and just thank you guys all just so much for just allowing me to feel free amongst you other birds.
It was great seeing you be your complete self, from the opera to the opera was stunning. All the classical pieces you chose and the way the show flowed showed the fullness of who Nina was, the blues, but us interpreting our way, being our full selves. That's what I love about this music. It's like she was more than one thing. And but I love that I got to call you to be a part of Four Women when we were recording it. There was no way. But Lisa wanted to do Aunt Sarah, which is the beginning of the song, like she did. And when we did Proms, and I was like, "That's nice, Lisa. I love that you that's us wailing." Okay, nothing was little. But when she did, I said, "Lisa, that's fine, but your voice is so sensual, and you know, we need to hear that on this." Like I felt like when I was vocal producing Four Women on this project, I wanted each woman to have a presence. It's always peaches at the end, but it's more than peaches. Even the one Alice played, Saffronia should have been just as mad as Peaches, you know, and Sweet Thing should have been just as sultry as Ever. And I just heard you. We tried to flip it how you wanted it because I had you sing both parts.
Yes.
Sweet Thing and Aunt Sarah, and I said, "No, Lisa, you Sweet Thing. I'm sorry, baby." And Liz came in. I already knew, okay, she's going to sing Aunt Sarah because Aunt Sarah is round and warm and dark.
Her
and
tone is
the tone.
yeah,
Liz
was
just.
Perfect.
And I sent it to you so you can hear to make my point. You see,
Yes.
Lisa, Liz can't be Sweet Thing. She just can't. You have to give me the Lisa, but how can I? We need that. Ease the pain. We need her on here. Can you bring her back? Because she in there. I know it.
Man, I was just.
And when she sang Sweet Thing, oh, y'all got to hear it. I can't play it. I got to save it because there's only 8 songs on the dang on album.
No, but it's interesting because when we talked about this, like after the fact, you know, and just hearing each beautiful woman's color. It was just, I loved how, you guys, how you chose everyone to be where they were. And it just magically, I felt like I was walking into the boudoir of each woman.
Yes.
Into their
like a movie.
mental, yes, their mental boudoir of what they think of in hours where they're just by themselves,
Yeah.
It was just beautiful to hear. I just, and Alice, you were just, oof, yeah.
Alice, how did you feel coming in? Me calling you, and then what's great about Alice is I was like, just come down to the studio now. And Alice came down with some jeans and a t-shirt. She's like, okay, what I'm doing?
I'm ready. What you want me
I'm
to
ready.
do?
What you want me to do? And I said, I don't want her to, I want Alice in here, but I want a little bit of anger in that, because I don't feel like Saffronia is all, look at me. No, she's like, I'm pissed
She
off.
mad because she's yellow and it's not easy. Let me be the one to tell you. You have to be tough.
Come on now. Come on.
Or these people will walk all over you.
But
And I'm not even that light, and I know.
Well, Nina has arrived.
Oh, yeah, I ain't see the light one. I don't know if I can.
But I was like, Alice, I want her mean. I want her just as mad. The build up to Peaches. Peaches is the highest of festivity,
Yeah, that's what you, because you had the two, and you were like, we need
middle
in between, which I always am thinking about anyway. Like when I do, even in a song, I'm always like, okay, how do I put this and this together? Because I am very this, and then I'm very so how do I do the middle part? So that was really good for me. I know. I remember I came in and I was like, okay, who am I today? Who do you want me to be? What's my motivation? And then we did it. We tried it the regular way, right?
Yeah.
Basically. And then you're like, okay, you did that. Now let's do something else to do it different.
I was like, please God, don't let me be mean. But it was so direct. Everything was direct.
No, for you to call me at all, you could tell me anything you want. I'm gonna send you. I'm in there right now. I'm trying to get you to come down to the studio so you can tell me. And nobody does that. Nobody can. Right. So it's just nice to be. I don't have really any singing friends.
You do now.
You're stuck with me.
That was my play. And so I love that. I loved it. I thank you so much for calling me. And just for you to be a person to call me, to sing, I was like, okay.
You killed this so hard. It's like it was like a pre Peaches. That's why it's so good. It's like, here's Aunt Sarah and here's a little bit of Peaches, but let's bring it back down with sensual, and it has a body. And that's what I always wanted with For Women. And I was so glad you were open. Both of you were open. Even Liz were so open to let me tell you what I needed. And it feels like a little aria. That's why I love that it's only like Kind of Blue, Miles' album. He only had 8 songs. This is just a long sentence to say I love you, good night, and I wish I can play that for you guys, but you got to hear it. Alice and Lisa and Liz and I and Peaches. I've never sang Peaches like that. It's funny. I had to come back into it, and when we first started, Rex was like, what's wrong? My voice could not, because we had been off, out of work for a minute, like 6 months. And I had been singing this music for almost 4 years. And all of a sudden, oh shoot, I gotta hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I had to start working out a little bit to get back to my native voice. It was crazy. Peaches is no joke. So when you hear it, it's like, I called Lisa. I was like, Lisa, what happened there? She's like, girl, you've been off. You took vacation. Your voice said, what? We doing what?
No, it's really serious.
There's quite a lot of heavy lifting in that part, isn't there?
No joke. So next week, I wanted to promote the album before I play another song and end our talk. This is Ledisi Sings Nina. It features myself, the Metropole Orchestra, the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra, conducted by Jules Buckley, the Metropole Orchestra, of course, and Adonis Rose conducting the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra, and Liz Wright, Lisa Fisher, and Alice Smith. Please go ahead and download it, pre-save and pre-order, whatever you want to do. We would prefer you to buy it so we can pay back all this money from making this project.
I actually still buy records.
I do too. I don't get that.
I do.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of money with iTunes.
Yeah.
But yeah, please, when you pre-save and pre-order, you get Feeling Good. I'm just really excited about this project. I want to play one more for you. It was gonna be what did you say? One?
Yeah, one.
One. Don't listen.
Not
if
good.
we had 15 songs on here, I'd be good.
That's good. You're right.
But
You
I
right.
can't
Yes,
wait.
you right. You know how to.
I'm gonna have to give a private party for y'all. And before I play this last one, I'm just gonna say this work song is not. I didn't pick this song. Jules did.
Ooh.
And I'm glad he
My
did.
jam.
It's the hardest song one of the hardest songs because of the rhythm. I just love it. Yeah,
Which
for
one?
me, work song with all that da-da, ba-da, come in it.
Oh,
Child, I'm so glad we rehearsed it.
I haven't heard this. I have not heard this song.
It is a beast. Tell me why you wanted me to sing it when you did it with Gregory Porter, and then you asked me to do it, and then why did you want to record it? And I heard Nina's version too. It's beautiful. But tell us about the song, Jules.
Yeah, that chart is written by a dude called Willem Frieda. He lives in the beautiful city of Amsterdam, and we'd done a version with Greg back in like 2012. It was like Gregory's first ever gig with an orchestra or something insane. And what hit, I always remember thinking, man, that is an amazing chart. And if we ever got the chance at some point, like any great arrangements, you want to try to, take the joy in that good writing and share it with everybody. So I think at a certain point for this gig, I thought, oh man, then maybe let's have a crack at this. And I asked you, didn't I? Would you consider this? And I sent you. Did I pitch it?
Yes, you did pitch it.
I think
He pitched it before we.
Pitch it up a little bit.
Yeah, he changed the key. And all you hear is Greg. You sound like a mouse.
Totally. I think you sent me like one text that was just like, can you send me the original, please? What are you doing? Jules, what are you doing?
Because I can still learn it from the original.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just felt like it would be something that you would kill, and it's an amazing that gig particularly. I remember there was one element of that, an angle, which was at least, for example, coming from the UK and growing up with a certain musical scene, and obviously she's signed to Philips and stuff, and there's a certain element of her music that everybody knows, and most of the time it's the really obvious happy stuff, and even for that gig, I think I was a little bit, I didn't want us to go down that route, and work song is relevant in a million ways, was and is and will be. So yeah, it was cool that you were open for
I love it.
doing it.
I love it. Here it goes. Let's play a little bit of work song, you guys. And if you're still online, before I have to keep plugging my husband, this was all his idea, mind you. I was going shopping. Okay.
Thank you, Ron. This was nice.
Thank you, Ron.
Please,
Ron can do everything.
Look at Ron can do everything. If you want to see this live, the album comes out on Friday and Hollywood Bowl comes out. I'm doing Hollywood Bowl next weekend with the LA Philharmonic. So please get your tickets if you can. You better be there. I got you. And oh yes, and the album will be on vinyl. This will be on vinyl. I forgot to say that. I think it comes out around October. Vinyl takes forever to make.
Would you sign mine, please?
Yeah, of course. I'm sending you. Y'all
I
get
can
your
go.
own. And the Wild Card Tour. I'm going to be doing my R&B show. Wild Card Tour starts in October, is it? Yeah, October and November. But I'll say all that again. But here's Work Song for you. Here we go. Is it playing? Yeah.
Yes.
Hold it steady, right? Sorry about that. Here we go.
No. Stop that real quick.
Oh, what?
Stop it real quick.
Okay, Ron has something to say. What?
Just getting a little hood here. The dude that's putting the crazy comments, he is blocked on our page. He's just showing up on you guys. So, dude, stay off the daggone page.
Oh, okay. We have a troll. God bless. So here we go. Can I play it now? Okay, here we go. Let me start it over. Here we go. Work song. Can you hear it? All right. Breaking rock out here on a chain gang. Breaking rocks and serving my time. Breaking rock out here on a chain gang. 'Cause I've been convicted of a crime. Hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon that ought to get it. I've been working, but I still got so terribly far to go. Breaking rock out here on a chain gang. Breaking rock and serving my time. Breaking rock out here on a chain gang. 'Cause I've been convicted of a crime. Hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon I ought to get it. I've been working, and I still got so terribly far to go. I'm committed to crime, Lord, I needn't. Crime of being hungry and poor. Left the grocery store man bleeding when he caught me robbing the store. Hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon I ought to get it. I've been working, and I still got so far to go. Heard the judge say 5 years hard labor. On a chain gang, you gotta go. Heard the judge say 5 years hard labor. Heard my daddy say, oh Lordy, no. Hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon I ought to get it. I've been working, and I still got so terribly far to right. That's enough. That's enough. Can't get everything. It's so amazing. You see how hard that is, Adonis?
You took
Wait,
you took
wait,
the
wait.
Mississippi
Who?
on the train
So wait,
tracks and got
Adonis,
me.
you did
took
that
it
one?
out the Mississippi
No,
on the train
Jules.
tracks.
Jules did that one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You
That's
know
the-
how
Jules
you
is
that's-
said
conducting
you
the
had an
whole
issue?
thing.
You know how you were
That's-
saying you had an issue with the rhythm or how hard the rhythm was? I really like how you did it totally different.
Mm.
I
It's
really
weird.
love that.
It's so interesting, like the
Because I sing that song all the time.
Right.
Oh my
And
God.
it's
Yeah, and I love that version
It's
too.
different.
Nina's version too is a little more
yeah, I do
looser.
more like the regular, yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean, not as-
interesting to hear like everybody's amount of living within silence, like the silence between sound, like you know, you hear the band hit at a particular point and then the silence before the next hit feels different in every human being's body. And so it's really cool how you guys seem to just
That was so hard to record later. It was hard because
Oh my
Jules I had to leave.
right.
So they had to record it without me. And so Jules was singing it and I was like, he don't sing like me. I would have waited a little longer.
That tape, just to let the fans know, that tape will never see the light of day.
And Jules is singing it. It's so funny. Big and rock out here on the chain gang.
Did you have a few drinks before you did it, man?
The only drink that can be done, old monk rum. Old monk.
Man, I am so
Sounds
glad
so good,
we were
Ledisi.
able to do this. You guys, thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your Saturday to come and hang with me and to be a part of this epic new classic. It's a classic to me, and that's what I wanted. A long I love you to Nina, but also being our full complete self. So thank you for
Yes.
doing this. To the fans again, come see me.
You got plugs and
Oh,
stuff.
oh yeah. I got albums. Please purchase my Wild Card tour is coming in October.
Yes.
Hollywood Bowl next Saturday. I'll be performing with the LA Philharmonic, conducted by Thomas Wilkins. The Nina album will be on vinyl in October, so you'll get it on tour. When it comes, you know I'm sending you guys your work. Hello, your work on vinyl. And thank you again. Keep repping Our Lady wherever you can and just being your wonderful selves. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Adonis and Jules and everybody online. Go and
Thank you. I'm proud
pre-save.
of
Tell the world.
Yeah,
Because
great
they
record. I'm
need
proud
to
of you.
know. They don't know that I can do it all. So everybody.
Yes,
puts
they
it in
do.
the box. Well, I hope they do.
They
You
do.
never know.
They
You
know.
know. Let them know, Alice. Let them know. My name's Saffronia. Alice did not play on Saffronia, honey. She
Okay.
let you have it. Lisa gave us she gave us all of that sexiness on a yodel. How you gonna yodel and be sexy though? How do you do that, Lisa?
Sexy yodel.
Sexy yodeling. All right, Jules, I know you got to go to bed. It's late there, or drink or something.
Love you
Have
all.
a wonderful summer. Thank you again. I'll see you guys soon. Be safe out there in this
Thank you.
world. And I'll send you videos of the show.
Yeah.
Bye,
Yeah,
y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Let's go
Be
out
good.
on feeling good.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Ron's going out. Thank you, Ron, for making this happy.
Bye, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks to all my
Thanks,
fans, you guys. This is amazing, man. Thank you.